take a moment to become aware before we have the exchange of vows, and the bride and groom have chosen this morning that the exchange of vows will be through question and answer. That could be dangerous. But before we do that, I'd like for the bride and groom, of course, to become aware of the sacredness of the rings that you're about to wear. And please, again, invite the groom to please bring the bride's ring towards your heart and the groom's ring towards your heart. And just become aware that you will be wearing these rings for the rest of your lives. And each time we look down at our ring, we look down at the heart of our spouse. And so you are pledging in a few moments to nurture one another's hearts as husband and as wife. There's a beautiful line from the author of The Little Prince that I think says it all regarding the rings. It said, it's only with the heart that we see rightly. What's essential is invisible to the eye. And now I invite you to bring the rings together so the rings can touch, as a pledge to touch one another's hearts as husband and wife, and also that all relationships periodically come to a moment when we have to sometimes turn toward one another and seek forgiveness. And the rings are a call to forgiveness. Not necessarily to the words, I am sorry, but to the words, please forgive. The word forgive, you break that word down, forgive. It's very proactive. So we'll take the rings here for a moment. I will hold the rings, ask the bride and groom to join hands as you are about to share your vows. Thank you all for the family as well this morning. Thank you all for being here this morning. I want to begin first by recognizing the groom's father over here. Barry, thank you very much for your presence and spirit here this morning with your son. And also I want to recognize the bride's mother back home, Wang Soksan, that her presence and spirit is right here as well. And then to the brothers and sisters of the bride and groom that are here this morning on the bride's side. Our sisters Lyndon, Annie, Emily, and Benjamin. Beautiful. Where are you, Benjamin, again? Beautiful. Beautiful sharing of this very lovely presentation of recognizing the entire family being part of your sister's life and of sharing her support of it this morning. And to Guy's family as well here, I mentioned Dad already, also the sacredness of his mother's presence, who's blessing him, as is the bride's father's presence, blessing them in spirit here this morning, as well as Guy's brothers and sisters, Mike and Tom, Dane, Robin here and her husband, and all other Chrissy and other family members, as well as nephews and nieces and family members. So at this time, please witness with me the bride and groom become husband and wife in the exchange of vows, as well as it being an opportunity, a moment for recommitment in our own hearts towards those relationships that are near and dear in our own lives, in whatever capacity. I'm not here defining that marriage is the only way to experience intimacy. What I'm saying is, whatever our journey of intimacy is in our lives, that this be an opportunity of renewal for it from our hearts. And so now I invite the bride and groom, before we begin then, Guy and Lisha, first and foremost, are you ready and willing on this November 20th, 2011, to become husband and wife? So Guy, as you look into the eyes of your beautiful bride, are you pledging before this community, for your family, and before this historic community, to love your bride Alicia as your wife in good times, challenging times, in sickness and in health for the rest of your life?
Yes, I do.
Are you also pledging to communicate with, to continue to communicate with her openly, passionately, compassionately, always with kindness and with respect?
Yes, I am.
Are you pledging before this historic community that should opportunity happen in your relationship, where indeed it is moving towards your wife, to be able to say to her, in whatever your endearing words may be to her, honey, I am sorry, please forgive. Are you pledging for that?
Yes, I am.
Alicia, on this historic day in your life, as you hold the hands of your husband, are you pledging also, in front of family and friends here, to love your husband, Guy, as his wife, in good times, difficult times, in sickness and in health, all through your life and beyond? Are you pledging also to share your love with him, as the words of Scripture shared a few moments ago, patience and kindness, knowing that there is no end to love's forbearance, to its trust, its hope, its power to endure, that love never ends? Are you pledging also that when necessary, that you would move towards your husband with the words, in whatever your endearing words are towards your husband, but concluding with the words, please forgive me? And bride and groom, as husband and wife, are you also pledging to continue to be a warm, welcoming, hospitable home to all of your family and to all of your dear friends and new friends that will happen in your lives? And our final question this morning to both of you is that while your relationship is indeed private, the consequences of it is public. Are you also pledging to understand that your love for each other is indeed an example to others of what tenderness, kindness, compassion and understanding is in the journey of the heart as husband and as wife? Family and friends, by your presence here this morning, are you also pledging to continue your supportive journey and supportive commitment to the bride and groom in their journey as husband and wife? If so, please say together, yes, we are.
Yes, we are.
And this bride and groom, as they're about to place the rings on each other's fingers, sends the blessings of their union to all of our relationships here this morning. And now I invite Guy to please take the bride's ring and place the bride's ring on your wife's left hand with these words: Alicia, as your husband.
Alicia, as your husband.
With this ring,
I thee wed.
With love and affection forever.
With love and affection forever.
Now on your husband's finger, left hand. Guy, as your wife. With this ring I thee wed. With love and affection forever. The bride and groom have become husband and wife, and as ladies and gentlemen, as the bride and groom, yes, as you probably can observe, you cannot get away from this commitment with all the cameras that are around you. Capture the history of this moment. So this wedding ceremony is going to be, it's going to be celebrated and shown in Singapore, Japan, the Philippines, the Bay Area, maybe Ireland one day, you never know. Maybe Poland. As they have shared their beautiful vows and placement of rings in each other's fingers, they have a beautiful love story. I'm not going to go into all the details, but there was such a lovely love story of how they met each other, kind of how he followed her for a little while, and she who is this guy? And here we are today. They have entered into the following of the heart forever by the vows you've just shared. Hearty congratulations, and as already mentioned, one of the beautiful ways to keep your hearts open to each other throughout the journey of life is indeed through the gift of touch and the gift of affection. So as with that awareness, I invite you to bless one another with your first kiss as husband and wife.